Hey everyone, how you doing? Ooh, you'll note that my background and stuff isn't up. That's because I was at the Auburn Duck Race Day two weekends ago. 2 weekends ago, and I used my backdrop as a backdrop for my booth. Um, I was supposed to do 18th century cooking, but the weather was looking really sketchy, so I opted to do something from my van life cookbook. And so I cooked on a little tiny cook stove underneath my pop up, and that worked really well. People were a little confused. I got a lot of comments like, you look weird when you're in normal clothes. But, hey. So this has been the busiest year I have ever had. This has been insane. And although I have stressed out a little bit, I have loved every second of it. And I should just note that on what's today, September 19th, I should not be in a tank top. This is insane. It should not be 65, 70 degrees. It's wrong. Anyway, so this summer I started out the year at Fort Number 4 doing 18th century with the Pequawket Alliance, who are awesome people, and I am so very pleased to have joined their group. They have made me feel incredibly welcome, and they have helped me improve my 18th century kit and have really inspired me. And things had kind of, with 15th century, gotten into a little bit of a rut, and throwing the 18th century stuff in there has just sort of perked me up again. And so I'm incredibly thankful. Then I went on to New Hampshire Renaissance Fair. So Fort Number 4 was the first weekend of May. Second and third weekend of May was New Hampshire Renaissance Fair. And then I had a visit to the Sturbridge Village. I did, Vermont Ren Fair, Great Northeastern War, Maine Ren Fair, Massachusetts Ren Fair, Auburn Duck Race Day. I think I did something else in there. My brain is failing me. It's just been one after the other, and I have sold books. I have had fun. I have done so much cooking, and that leads me into this weekend, which is the Iron Gate exhibition. It's being held in Fremont. You can go online. If you look up Iron Gate exhibition, you'll find the info there. You are welcome to come and visit if you'd like, if you're in the area. I don't think walk-ins need to pay anything. I think it's just people who are staying the weekend and people who are competing, obviously. I am doing a 15th century feast for the registered people. And so that's like almost 200 people, basically. Whee! It's very exciting. It's a little more exciting than I thought it would be. But I'm so pleased to be there. And then after that, I'm closing out my season with another visit to Fort Number 4, where the Pequawket Alliance is garrisoning the fort, which means I get to do my cooking and my displays inside. We get to sleep and work inside the fort itself. I can't even tell you. I moved. I had other things that were supposed to be going on next weekend, and I was like, no, I'm going to Fort Number 4. I get to sleep in a museum, folks. Nothing was getting in the way of that. Seriously. So I'm going to be making a recipe called chou farci, which is a French stuffed cabbage, and it's gorgeous when it comes out. I don't have the pictures right now, but I'll take pictures when I'm at Fort Number 4. And then I have a little gig for a day at Hammond Castle and the new Ipswich Autumn Fest. And then we're into winter things. It'll be slower burn. You'll note that Wednesday Words has been transitioned to Allyson Talks, and that's because I do not know what days I'm going to have available going forward. And so I'm just going to aim for 1 or 2 a week, and they're just going to be talks when I do them. So I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I have decided that I'm going to be working on an 18th century cookbook. It will be similar to the Reenactors Cookbook, but it will be designed for those people doing colonial times in America, with possibly a few recipes from England. But my focus really is going to be America, mostly because I haven't done that before. I've done the cooking before, but I haven't done the writing. I haven't done a lot of the writing, and I'm excited about it. Choux farci is one of the dishes that will be in the new cookbook, and it's absolutely gorgeous, as well as being very yummy. I have a bunch of recipes that I'm going to be trying out and working at, and I'm really hoping to do some cooking at a variety of museums and historical places. So knock on wood, that might come about. If so, there will be pictures in the new cookbook, which would be so awesome. And then, so I posted up, I belong to a group called Historic Cookery on Facebook, and it's a wonderful group. It's a little more serious than some of the other historical cook groups that I belong to, and they deal with all historic cooking. So you can do historic cooking from the 1950s if that's what you really want. The idea is to promote cooking and research into historic foods and recipes. And so I talk about 18th century, about 15th century, about 10th century Viking, all the time, but I hadn't done a post about the 18th century cooking until earlier this week. And I posted up a picture of the choux farci that I made here at home because it turned out so beautiful that I was excited about it. I have had almost 400 reactions to the post, and one of them was from Max Miller. Max Miller liked my post. You have no idea. That's just so exciting. Max Miller looked at my post. Holy cow. Yeah, highlight of my week, I got to tell you. So coming up, I am finishing the clay cookbook. It is in editing right now, but because of IGX and Fort Number 4 coming up so quickly, I haven't had time to take any of the photographs. So even if my editor gets it done relatively quickly, which I assume he will. Hi, Justin. I'm not going to have time to get it out until next month at the earliest. So, but it is coming. The writing is complete. I have some rewriting to do because I know Justin has been fixing things. And I have the photographs to add, and then it goes to typesetting. So it's coming, and it's really close to the end. It's just not quite there yet. The third book in the Taylor Mage series, Blood Moon, is written. I am currently in rewriting, at the end of which it will go to a test reader, and then it will go back to me to fix problems, and then it will go to my formal editor. Hi, Justin. Just in case anybody didn't know, Justin Hughes, aka Smokey Devan, is looking to get into professional editing. And since that's what he does for a living, for magazines and such, I can certainly say he does a very good job. He is not afraid to red pen your work, which I appreciate. I love my family, and they're very good editors, but they love me. And so they don't like putting red pen to page. And I really need that. I don't need you to tell me it's good. I know it's good. What I need to know is what's wrong with it. Anyway, so that'll go to him. When it gets back to me, it should go out fairly quickly once it's through that last edit. I had really thought it was going to be out in October, and now I'm not thinking it's going to. I'm still going to try, but I'm thinking it's not going to happen. It makes me sad. But it is what it is. We're going to deal. And then once that is out, I will start working on a couple of shorter things that I've been playing around with. I've been doing some guest blogging for a Second Amendment blog site, which has been interesting and fun. And I will then be working on my NaNoWriMo project through November, which is a fantasy novel done D&D style. And then from there, once that's done, I'll put it down because I never work. I do my 50,000 words. I finish the novel and I put it aside for a couple of months because my brain is too full. Then I'll be going on in December to work on the 18th century cookbook. And between then and now, I'm going to be cooking up a storm. So yeah, busy, 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 busy. If you have a copy of the Reenactors Cookbook or Cook Small Live Large, and you have looked through it, read it, tried it out, please go on Amazon and review it. And honestly, if you've gotten any books on Amazon, go review them. It makes such a huge difference to us as authors. The more reviews we get, the better our residual sales are, the better our finances are, which means that we're encouraged to write more for you. And I know how important that is because y'all want the next book, right? So go on out, pick up a copy of Cook Small, Live Large. Small meals, single burner stove, ideally for van life, but also good for those doing backpacking, camping. If you're going to an event on your own and you just want to have some quick, easy food, that works for you. So there you go. Fly, be free. Can't say when the next video will be. I have a couple more weeks, as I said, of kind of rush, and then it will be quiet again. And hopefully I'll pick a day and stick with it, but we'll see what happens. I love you guys. Have yourselves a great week. And remember to pick up a copy of Cook Small, Live Large. Don't forget to do reviews online of your favorite books. And come see me at IGX.